Under the surface of the Arabian Sea's monsoon-driven waves, life is shaped by the season's powerful winds. Blustering trade winds blow offshore, pushing surface waters away from the land. This outgoing, warm surface water is replaced by an upwelling of cold, nutrient-rich bottom waters from deep abyssal trenches in the Indian Ocean. These extreme patterns occur every summer. For the southern coast of Oman and parts of Yemen, this is a turbulent time, giving rise to the local name, the Winds of Change. In this episode, we dive below the surface of the Arabian Sea to witness a unique cycle of life along the southern coast of Oman. On land, the Kharif is in full swing. A narrow 130-kilometer strip of escarpment, turning into lush green forests and meadows. Underwater, the impact is just as impressive. In this area, normally part of a tropical zone, the rough seas and upwelling waters attract cold water organisms that immediately try to compete with the resident marine life. For at least 4 months of the year, the result is a surprising coexistence of subtropical, tropical, and temperate cold water species living in a seasonal balance. As upwellings carry nutrients from the cold, deeper parts of the ocean to nutrient-starved surface waters, an explosion of life is triggered. The microscopic plants of the sea, the phytoplankton, bloom, providing an abundant source of food for the tiny zooplankton and other marine animals. Soon, the monsoon seas are a seething mass of life. Comb jellies and salps rise from the deep to glut themselves on the ready supply of food, quickly multiplying, filling the water with their gelatinous bodies. The rippling lights on these comb jellies are actually combs of fine hair called cilia, which, moving in waves, propel the jelly along in the water, hoovering in other plankton. These tiny creatures are voracious feeders. But as they die off, they in turn become easy pickings for a wide range of fish. Other gelatinous creatures that fall prey to marauding fish are jellyfish. These juvenile jacks find them easy prey. Relentless in their assault, they devour the soft marginal tentacles. This particular jellyfish is still unnamed, and scientists are waiting to learn if it is in fact a new species. Every year, the temperature shift and resulting bloom causes rafts of jellyfish to form along the Arabian Sea coast, and this is a great feast of a time for jelly-eating species. However, the sheer numbers of jellyfish in these waters are reaching an all-time high. All throughout the monsoon period, the tides wash thousands of jellies up onto the long open beaches of the Dhofar, where millions of ghost crabs wait eagerly. Along an 80-kilometer strip of coast north of Mirbat, the shoreline is folded into a series of narrow bays, creating both sanctuary from rough seas and ideal habitat for a variety of species. Here, corals compete for space with a rich profusion of macroalgae, such as this kelp, that forms into vast areas of habitat for the 4 months of the Kharif season, when water temperatures decrease by approximately 8 degrees and conditions are rich in nutrients. A kelp forest is much like a forest on land. It can be divided into layers based on the kind of animal life that inhabits it. The top layer of a kelp forest is called the canopy, and most fish life can be found here, darting in and out of the protection of the fronds. Despite the lower water temperatures during the Kharif, coral survives in the shallows, although well beyond its normal tolerance levels. This is an unusual sight, to see tropical corals and temperate water kelps living side by side. The best time to explore these waters is immediately after the monsoon, during the transition period. At this time of year,